Hey everyone, welcome to another Tandem Cross video. I'm Luke, and today we're going to be talking about the Smith Wesson Victory in these awesome grips called the hiveGrip from TANDEMKROSS. Now, if you've been following TANDEMKROSS for a while, you know that we did have a video about this earlier. Unfortunately, YouTube has chosen to take it down. The 2A space on YouTube is pretty tough to navigate as of now. There are a lot of things that are unclear, but we're doing our best to make sure that you guys still have the information and the updates on products and how to install them. But first, before we dive into the video, I just want to congratulate Eric. You've now won a TK and Otis Technology cleaning kit for your favorite rimfire gun. Congratulations, man. Thank you for the support. All right, and now moving on to the actual subject of the video, the Smith Wesson SW22 Victory. Here we have the Smith & Wesson, and it has our hiveGrips installed on it already. These are beautiful, beautiful grips. The rubberized material, it's a patented material that is impact resistant, and it also allows you to have a better grip on the gun because the rubberized material gets, I don't like to say the word sticky, but it gets grippier when you have sweaty hands or say it's raining or if you're wearing gloves. This is a really, really awesome upgrade to make. It's also got these awesome finger grooves, which just kind of give you an improved grip on the pistol, and it just makes it really ergonomic and really comfortable. Victory owners have made this the #1 grip on the market for the platform. It's so popular for the platform that Smith & Wesson has adapted it themselves, and it comes factory on the Performance Center model directly from their store. But just because you don't have the Performance Center model doesn't mean you can't have the benefits of the hiveGrip. TANDEMKROSS offers it standalone, meaning you can put it on any Smith & Wesson Victory that you have to reap that same benefit. Now that we've talked about the benefits of having the hiveGrip on your Victory, let's dive in and I'll get the overhead camera going and I'll show you guys how easy this is to install. All right, so moving on to the installation portion, I've gone ahead and put the factory grips and grip screws back on the Victory. And so if you are in the same configuration, you can go ahead and follow along. The only tool you're gonna need for this installation is the 3/32 Allen wrench. That will come factory with your Smith & Wesson Victory. If you don't have one, it's a very, very common size. You may have one laying around the house. And if you're upgrading your screws to the titanium grip screws from TANDEMKROSS, we offer these on our website, and this one also comes with a T10 Torx, which replaces the Allen wrench here. But the process, if you're using the factory screws with the hiveGrip, is going to be virtually the same, so you can just follow along. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do before we get started on anything is make sure that the gun is clear and safe, mag well is empty, and triple check that chamber. I wear glasses. I don't want to psych myself out, so I always examine it very thoroughly, and I encourage you to do the same. Now, there is specifically one spring under tension, so I do recommend that you wear some sort of eye protection, whether it be formal eye protection or just a pair of glasses or whatnot. I need mine anyways, so it kind of works out. All right, so we're gonna take that 3/32 Allen wrench, and we're gonna go ahead and start loosening the grip screws. I'm gonna do the difficult side first, and the reason I say this is the most difficult side is because you have your bolt stop here, and I'll show you exactly what can be done with that in a second. But go ahead and just loosen up those screws. Once you've removed the screws, go ahead and set those aside, make sure you don't lose them. And once you have your screws out, you can remove the grip. If you have your extended magazine release here, it does get a little tricky and you kind of have to pry it out a little bit, but it'll eventually just come out just like that, or come off just like that. Gonna go ahead and set that one aside. And then, like I mentioned before, the bolt stop can come free because it's kind of freely floating. And I will show you guys how to reinstall that in a second. Don't lose that. There's a little spring in there that's really, really important. Let's flip it over and do the other side. This side is gonna have our magazine release button spring. That is under tension. It's never launched out at me, but just as a precaution, just be aware that that is there. This one comes off much easier because it doesn't really have any obstructions or anything like that. And like I said, there's the spring. If you're holding it like this, you can choose to leave it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and just set it next to the bolt stop because the bolt stop is actually gonna be quite a bit harder to seat right. And you're gonna wanna get that sorted before you install the hiveGrip. All right, so I've refocused the camera because I wanna show you how this gets back on the gun because we're gonna need to reinstall this before putting the grip on. So there's a very, very tiny spring on here. And if you look at the gun, there's a little hole here where the bolt stop was. That's where the other hook that is not currently on the plate is gonna go. An easy way to check your orientation is just to make sure that the actual lever part is on the top, and then you have this little button style thing here that's gonna go down to the bigger hole in the side of the gun. But in a nutshell, you're just gonna wanna line up that spring hook on the side that's not already attached to the bolt stop plate. You're gonna wanna put it in that hole. And then just like that, it's reinstalled. Make sure that it's actually able to move a little bit, because if it's stiff, that means that the spring is not actually in the hole. And now that you have the bolt stop plate back in, a lot of the times this doesn't even fall out, but I did want to show you guys, like, worst case scenario, just how to get it back together. You can go ahead and grab your hiveGrip. And now I'm going to recommend holding the gun up like this and putting your thumb on your left hand over the bolt stop plate, and then flip the gun around and put that spring back in the other side of your mag release. And then once you have that spring back in your mag release, you're going to want to kind of open the grip like a clamshell and slide it over the gun. Make sure you get that spring underneath it, and then kind of just rock it in. And the bolt stop plate is going to go into this little cutout here in the grip, so you can go ahead and just manipulate the grip until it goes up into position, just like that. And now you can take your 4 factory screws that you removed from your factory grips, and you can reinstall the screws into here. I personally am going to be using the upgraded titanium grip screws. These are way harder to strip, and they're just way more durable, so I'm going to go ahead and do these ones. So I'm going to be using the T10 Torx, but you guys will still be using the 332 if you're not upgrading to the titanium screws. So go ahead and drop those in and start tightening them down. And if you do lose these screws, TANDEMKROSS does have, like I said, the upgraded screws and also the gaskets that go in there as well, which I'm currently not using and probably should. But you can go ahead and just tighten this down, flip it over, and do the same for the opposite side. And there we go. We've installed the hiveGrip onto the Smith Wesson Victory. If you have any questions about the install at all, please leave them below. I'll be reading the comments and making sure I answer them. If you have any technical questions, you can also email our customer service and we'll get you sorted. And now that I've walked you guys through how to install the hiveGrip on your Victory, I think we should go to the range and have some fun, put it to the test. I just wanted to thank you guys again for watching the video, and congratulations again to Eric, who won our gun cleaning kit. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and if you have any questions about the install, please let me know and I'll be sure to answer them. See you guys next time.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video on whatever social media platform you use. I'm Luke with TANDEMKROSS, and we're here to make your good guns great. Keep up with us on social media for daily updates. I'll see you next time.